Today's the 23rd of June, and we are in a evacuation mode from our campground in Lamars, Iowa. They moved us up here to the fairgrounds. I'm going to give you a shot of the fairground as we drive out so that we can see what's going on. And you can see we had 67 campers that had to come in here, and the fair starts next month. And so we're going to run over to the campground and see what it looks like this morning as well. We do have a lake there. They used to call it the Pit, and it was a huge lake yesterday. So we're going to see where we're at today. So everybody stay tuned. And this is what it's looking like. And where we're all parked. And how we're parked.
The good thing is they do have 30 amp electrical, so people can run their AC units.
Yeah, in case you couldn't.
There's no water, no sewer.
In case you couldn't hear Rick, there is electric here, 30 amp. No water, no sewer. There is a dump station not very far from here, but with the flooding, I'm not too confident that that is going to be a functional thing. There we are right there. We stayed out of the crowd, but we were one of the first ones to come in, actually with the second coach to come in here. And our camp hosts are here. They have done a phenomenal job at getting people in and out of this campground and around. So stay tuned and we'll see what we can find. This is still part of the fairgrounds that we're on. This is what they just did. Excuse me, and I want to show you. This is the road we have to take to get into the campground. Yesterday, this was all water.
You can see where the water went.
You can see how high the water went in this grass over here. The dark, that's where the water went. It's receded to this so far today. We're going to see if we can get down into the campground and see what's going on. So we're going to take a high road here, come around the office, and just see what's what and how far we can go.
All this was underwater.
All this was underwater. Look at it. All this had water. This was all water. These gates here that you have to drive through had water clear up to them. All of this was underwater. Normally we go down through here to get to the campground, and ours are on this side by these trees. We can see the other side. They got all the camp host and a bunch of his buddies are over on the other side. This was one huge lake yesterday. So we're going to go up to, there's an event center up at the top of this hill that we can drive into and see from the other end. And we'll take a look and give you a look once we get up there. So it is 9:30 at night, and this is the campground that we got evacuated out of. We're just down below the event center, and we were actually in front of these trees straight ahead of us down there. And the actual lake is over here. The pond pit is what they've called it. This is the sidewalk I'm on that goes up here to the event center. It's up here. But the river has come over and flooded the golf course into Willow Creek, and from Willow Creek, that last tree line, far tree line, is where some of the campers sit that do not have sewer hookup. And then there is the pit. You can see the change in the water. That's the actual lake that we have here. There's the closest dock for swimming and whatnot, kayaking. And then we'd be right down in there, right?
No.
Somewhere? Right over here?
Yeah, we'd be over in
Oh,
the
yeah,
center
sorry.
section. This
We'd
is,
be over in this center section, sorry.
people would
trying to
back
get
in
my
next to
fingers
this
out.
sidewalk.
Yeah, people back in here. All of the water is, all of the electrical is underwater, so we all got out of here in time. It's devastating. And look at all the stuff in the water.
I've lived here 43 years and I have never seen this.
This is all of the stuff that's got to get cleaned out of here.
The worst was in 1993. It crested at 28, a little over 28, and then it crest 29 today.
It looks like maybe it has.
So we came up here last night and we did a video off of our phones, which you can see on Facebook. But they moved all of the mowers and all of the equipment for the golf course out of those far sheds because that was all full of water up to where the grass is. You can still see now it has receded and they still have those up here. But we're going to walk down here. This is part of the backside of the event center, the restrooms and stuff to this little park. This overlooks the campground that I just pointed out to you as we came around. So this is what we came to last night to see how bad this was, and where you see in the distance those golf carts and those people standing, that was all water. And it's still very high over there. But there is a creek behind it. So between the trees straight ahead of me there, you can see some water. That is the Willow Creek that runs right behind the campground there, and beyond it is yet the golf course. Not a river, the golf course. Beyond that then comes the river. So here's where we were last night.
See our wind instrument.
Can you see it?
Yeah, but it was underwater.
Oh yeah, you can see it there. Yeah, you couldn't have seen that last night. So we forgot to take our wind instrument off of the pole, which gives us wind direction and speed and precipitation and humidity levels, and we forgot it. It is attached to that black pole that's clear out there in the middle, which was right next to our site. So our camper was sitting to, as you look at this video, to the right of those yellow markers. That's where we would have been sitting. And this is the end of the camp sites here. So they park their campers back here. This is a couple that live here locally, but they're here all season, every single year. And that's what's left of their gazebo type situation that they have going on. There's another part of it. A lot of people left things. There's rugs floating that people didn't take up. There's debris over on that guy's. That is interesting that his gazebo is still up and zipped, and he put all his stuff in there. He's sitting on a platform. Guy straight ahead of me, where that white is. He sits on a platform, and so he fared pretty well. The platform is under, and I'm sure what's in it is wet. But here's where the water was, and you can see the debris. It has never been this way ever in the history of this area. And so everybody in town was up here last night looking to see what had happened, what's going on. And this is one of the two docks that are here. This sidewalk, I'm not gonna call it the sidewalk, bicycle trail, whatever, it runs through the park and up towards the top. There's another, you can see the other swim platform out there, right below that orange thing. That's in the water. So this trail runs up to that, and then there's campers in 3 rows here. And then there's only 1 row of campers that are over there along that tree line. I think you can get there if you walk around there and take the high side. But the road is open to get through there today. It was not yesterday at all. So it has reseeded, which is good. Now they just have to assess the damage, and we highly doubt it will be open again this year. Highly doubt it. Okay, so what I forgot to insert was that it is very warm out today. The humidity is very high. So we feel like we're Texas or Florida residents instead of Iowa. But at least it's sunny. It's not raining, thank you, Lord. Because every bit of the ground around here is soggy, even where we're sitting in the coach at the fairgrounds, it is very soggy. So again, stay tuned. So while one side of town is devastated with the flooding, this side of town, which is the south side of town? East side of town, is new subdivisions going in.
No, you're all right. South side.
South side. I thought it was south side of town. You got subdivisions going in, and what you will see on your county roads, which is what we're on right now, is a county road, is lots of farm fields and things like that. And so Iowa is for the most part flat and nothing but crop ground. So while these fields are not doing the best, I'm not sure if it's soybean or what they have planted here, but the corn, we've always had a saying here in Iowa since I grew up here, is that you want your corn, your sweet corn or your feed corn, to be knee-high by the 4th of July. And if so, you may be having a bumper crop. So this is all corn that you can see in front of me and here. Okay, so it is now in the evening. It's about 20 after 8, 25 after 8, something like that in the evening. We were here this morning and we're walking around where normally we would drive in. It's still barricaded up, but we're gonna walk around here because we have talked to the excuse me, pollen gets me really bad. So we've talked to our camp host, and he knows we're not here to do any damage. So here's the it is so funny. It's not funny, it's sad. We would come in this road through this gate that we just came up on, and we would drive through and go over there by the one-way street sign, and we would go down about 3 poles where that black pole is, and that was our site. That's where we were. And so you can still see how much water and how much everything is here that has got to be pumped out. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Wow. Look at all the erosion on the other side. Holy cow.
Are they going to pump this dry?
Yeah, we're going to go all the way down to dirt and start over.
Are you going to raise the whole place up? Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know about that. I would like them to, but
You never know.
it'd be nice if they did.
Yeah. But you never know, do you? So did you lose all your picnic tables too, or these are the ones you could salvage?
Hey, there was a bunch of them in the trees, but I know I
Yeah.
got quite a few of them actually out in the...
Did you?
Look at
Yeah.
it. Standing
That's
there,
still
so
standing there.
Well,
beautiful.
if you look at the top ring above that, you'll see where it was at.
Yep. Awesome.
How long are you guys here?
Oh, we're here. We're over at Merrill for
For another
Probably-
3 weeks.
Why don't we wait? I'll take it down. The only reason why I haven't grabbed it yet is because of all that muck.
Muck.
You don't want to walk through that because you'll have to throw your shoes away.